Success, Teach, and Pray. Today's topic is Biblical Principles in Wealth Has No Race. Our Bible verse is Proverbs 13:22. A wise person leaves an inheritance for their children's children. What are you leaving as your legacy? In order to leave a legacy, you have to build one. What are you building today? When someone thinks of you, what comes to mind as your contribution or footprint here on earth? I am looking at leaving a giant footprint and building wealth, integrity, goodwill, mentorship, and good spiritual reputation with God. What legacy are you building? It's not too late to start today. This is yours truly, MC and engineer, His Excellency Dakar, Director of GODSU Chaplaincy Program, and CEO of Dakar Marketing Tools, an international graphic and printing company providing you with all your marketing needs to help you and your company grow. Our popular products are GODSU African American Bibles, magazines, banners, flyers, branded golf shirts, and jackets. I want to give a birthday shout out to Dr. Derica Martin Hagler and Dr. George C. Frazier. And this Saturday, tomorrow, May 3rd, we're going to have our chaplain Quadir Salam and also GODSU awardee, Senator of Georgia, Senator Dr. Donzella James' birthday. And without any further ado, our leader for the week, the Right Honorable Her Excellency Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, JD Chaplain, please take us away.
Awesome, awesome. Is it Friday already? I'm having so much fun. Aww. And the person for next week, they're like, they're going next week, so I can't get 2 weeks. Okay. All right. Blessings, everyone, and let's go with a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, clear our hearts, clear our minds. Let us be focused exclusively on you. We are just so grateful for another morning to give you thanks and praises and to uplift the spirits of all our fellow folks here at GODSU, or our friends that we've made out here on the internet. We just want to let you know that here at GODSU, we are workers of God. We're here to serve God, to serve you, to be a wonderful footprint for mankind, teach people how to kingdom build. We ask all of these in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen. Amen. So the title of this past week has been focused on maintaining Proverbs 13:22. A wise person leaves an inheritance to their children's children. Wow. So not only are you supposed to live for today, but you're to prepare for those who come after. And if or when you get sick or die, will you want to be a burden to those children? Or would you want to have your house in order? Were you financially literate while you were here above ground? Did you put your house in order, or did you YOLO, you only live once, so I'm just going to do whatever I want to do, and didn't care about leaving a legacy, a powerful footprint that others could look at? A lot of people don't have role models in their household, and so they've taken to social media, they've taken to television. Some people even take it to history, which is good. So they may say, well, Martin Luther King, he is my role model. Malcolm X, that's my role model. Imam Dr. Talib Sharif, that's my role model. Reverend Dr. Vicky Stokes, that's my role model. So there are folks out there who, they can't touch a role model. Dakar is my role model in many ways, and the things that he does that I can't do, that I learned from him. Who are you teaching, or who are you learning from, in order to leave that kind of inheritance where people can look back in memory and use what you did to take their life? There's so much knowledge out there to help those of us who were not born with a silver, gold, platinum, or diamond spoon in our mouths. But do we take the time to learn about it? And when others offer to teach, are you willing to learn? There's something called a millionaire baby. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, where you can build your financial legacy by ensuring that you teach your children and your children's children by doing. In other words, not talking about it, but being about it. In a lot of our cultures, in the Jewish culture, for example, before a child is born, given to that child. But no, it's not shoes, and no, it's not Louis Vuitton, baby clothes, and some of the things that people in our community do that doesn't make any sense. The baby shower alone could buy another home or put a down payment on a car. Just how much money is splurged. But you know what they do in those communities? They open accounts in those children's names. That's what they do. And people give monetary gifts to open accounts and to prolong accounts and to pay accounts, so that these children, for a few dollars a day, if you look at Dr. Willis can easily do that for you if you call him, give him the information, and he can use your children, your grandchildren, yourself, and he can show you how for a few dollars a day, in 15, 20, 30 years, you have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. For some people, depending on how you open your account, millions of dollars in these accounts, that we are always complaining, well, this bank didn't loan us money and that bank didn't loan us money. What if you started your own bank? That's what you're doing. What if you went and got that knowledge and started your own bank? And there are other lines of philosophy and other companies I've been with that did not believe in that, did not believe in having index universal life type policy, that you can not only have it as your own bank, but if you die, you get paid, you can save on it, you can withdraw from it, build in your own bank. There are others. But I made sure that over the 20 plus years of being in the financial arena and being a licensed agent, that I made sure that that my people have products so that they can be millionaires, that they can ensure that their children for the rest of their lives are well taken care of. My dad did that. My dad had less formal education than most of you here because he didn't even graduate middle school because of his circumstances. Yes, later in life, he paid for his education, had the professors come to his office. But how many of us do that? So what I'm saying to you right now is that that's how he built his wealth, on buying real estate and using life insurance to make sure that that up to the day he died, he had 6 nurses rotating through his home. He had a driver, he had a gardener, he had housekeepers, he had more land, and he had a conglomerate of businesses. He's a legend for what he's done. He's left a legacy. What legacy are you going to make sure that you have taken care of? As the Senior Vice President of Invita Financial Network, we specialize in building financial family legacy. We have products from National Life Group, which is a 171-year-old company that created many of our successful current modern products. Dr. Willis and I are multi-state licensed in several states, and we look forward to helping you to have a family build wealth. But will you start? Will you start today? So many of us put all our money in our 203B or 501 pays, all these other instruments, and we've went ahead and we did that, and look what the stock market did. Dumped, then dropped some more. And looking at this, I had a cousin the last time that this happened in 2007. She was all set for life. Moved to Florida and thought she was going to retire and travel the world. To when she looked after the market crash, she had zero, nothing. She had to start working from scratch. She had to start all over the car. You know what I'm talking about. So you don't want to be in that situation. You want to secure your retirement. What we could do and what others can do if you have other advice is convert from a 401k to into annuity. That's what we suggest that you do, but do something today. You know, don't leave it up to chance. Don't let your account managers at some huge conglomerate in New York who are getting paid no matter what they do to your account take advantage of you. Learn today. So I tell you, Proverbs 13:22 said it right. You want to leave an inheritance to your children's children. You don't want to leave a burden. You don't want to leave a debt. You don't want to leave a headache that when they see your picture, they say, that darn granddaddy such and such, that darn daddy such and such. After they died, left us with so much troubles. You want to make sure that you put things in place so that you leave an inheritance to your children's children. God bless you this morning. I'm so glad to have the Bible and that teaches us finances, and that we're not like those Christians who put their heads in the sand and say, oh, God will take care of me. I don't have to do anything. It's idiotic, guys. That doesn't make any kind of sense. Do not do that. God has given you a brain. Use it. He's given you a heart. He's given you arms and legs. Use it to glorify Him. But don't sit in the corner and act as if God didn't give you a brain to think, and as if He had not given you the opportunity to better yourselves. And what you can even do in those accounts is you can even leave an inheritance towards your ministers, towards church, towards all of that. We're not telling you to be selfish. We're saying do what you know you're supposed to do and be financially literate. I am Her Excellency Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, the wonderful chancellor here at Triple Over Seminary University and a head cheerleader. That's what I am. And I go back into our provost with a wonderful course coming out next week. I can't wait. It's our Love and Spiritual Interfaith Chaplaincy for those who have signed up for chaplaincy already for GODSU, whether in the past or just now. You're welcome to join. Those who have done partial payment, please pay before you go to the class. As some of you have hardly just a little bit, please be honest, please be full of integrity and make your payment. That's what we have to do with our American companies. We have to support them. We can't try to take advantage of them. We can't try to get a discount when we know that already the minimum. So please be honest with that. I'm also the Senior Vice President at Vida Financial Network, where we help you to make millionaires of your children and yourself. We show you how to do that, help you with your retirement. I'm also the Jamaican president of our United Nations NGO, New Future Foundation, Inc., the Jamaica chapter. Our national chapter has been sitting in the United Nations now for 51 years under Queen Mother Dr. Dolores Blakely. So with that said, I'm going to say to my co-host,
in Psalm 24:1, the Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. So with this quarantine going on, I really have had a chance to really stop and think, because many times you're busy doing so many things that you really aren't doing anything. So I look at a legacy for myself as far as, is it a want or is it a need? I need to do it. I want to do it, but I need to do this. So I'm really taking inventory of my life, right? All the stuff I have and the stuff I really do need, so I can start actually doing better with the finances that I have right now. And so this whole topic was really resonating within me for me to take inventory again of my life. What is my legacy that I would like to leave? What does it really look like? Is it weak? Is it strong? Does it need some work? It needs some work. So I'm really grateful for the topic this week. I'm Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, ordained chaplain, ordained minister, dean with Global Overday, Seminary University, own a business, self-action focus. Have a blessed day.
Oh, to grace, how great a debtor, daily I'm constrained to be. Let that grace now like a feather by wandering scripture verse today, Proverbs 13:22. It gives us the final thing that we should do. Our great God is currently allowing the sinners to stack up great sums of wealth for the just, the sons and daughters of God. This two-part scripture obviously deals with the money of the wicked and God's plans for the transfer of that monetary wealth to the justified ones. God plainly states that the precious possessions of the wealthy wicked are waiting for transfer to the account of the just of the justified. I am Dr. Leo Pickens, chaplain and assistant dean of beauty for Global Obed Day Seminary and University, and founder of LP Community Foundation, serving seniors through music therapy and health and nutrition. Thank you.
My mom was extremely intelligent and very wise. She left a legacy of wisdom in my life. My mom encouraged me to watch the company I keep. She would tell me, an inheritance is left to someone. A legacy is what you leave in the life of someone. Proverbs 13, verse 20 says, he who walks with the wise man will be wise. Leaving a financial inheritance is remarkable, but leaving a legacy of knowledge is wise. I'm a living witness that a wise person will always have financial freedom. I am Dr. Cecilia Smith, chosen to be the CEO of Strong Sisters of Strength Ministries Incorporated. I am also chaplain and assistant dean at Global Obed Day Seminary and University. Thank you.
I'm thankful that I married a man who has the same beliefs that I did about leaving an inheritance for children. That was real important to me. His parents, his grandparents left things for himself and all of his siblings. And the same thing was passed on to me from my family. And so now our children, our son and our daughter, were taught at an early age the importance of saving, the importance of helping others, and the importance of community, tithing, serving in the church. And so I love this whole topic of leaving an inheritance because, yes, that's financial, but for us, leaving an inheritance is also allowing our children to see how we love God, how we work hard, how we help those in need. So we have been building upon them. I remember our son, he's 23, and praise God, working and living on his own in Boston. He would see his dad pull out all this money and tithes and things like that. And I remember when he was like 7, he asked his dad, he was like, Dad, I need money for church. And I think my husband was trying to give him like a $5 bill. And he was like, no, I want the big bills that I've been seeing you giving. And we cracked up. And my husband said, well, at least he sees that we give, and he wants to give like that. And of course, now when he comes home, whatever he has in his wallet, he wants to give. He's always calling us and trying to find out, how he can help his community. And we're grateful that we have passed on not only wealth and prosperity, and God has blessed us with, but we have passed on wisdom and godliness and serving others. That's the legacy that we are wanting to leave our children and our children's children, to honor God, thanking for everything that He has blessed us with, and to tell as many people as we can that there is a God that lives and He saves and He loves them too. I am Reverend Dr. Vicki GODSU Assistant Dean and Chaplain here at Global Open Day Seminary University. And I'm also the founder of Sister to Sister Gathering, a discipleship coaching and mentoring program for women. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Her Excellency, Reverend Dr. Diane Moore-Eubanks, for a great message this morning and leaving a legacy to our children's children. And I think the bottom line is basically, it's been said so well with the co-hosts as well, that we want to leave the world, in short, better than when we came into it. And so, things that we're mentioning about information and knowledge, leaving a strong legacy and knowledge, is strong. Leaving financial gifts for our family is also great, but the knowledge, as mentioned by Dr. Cecilia Wilson-Smith, is the strongest. So let's continue, no matter what our goals are, no matter what our talents are. The idea is that we do service, is the rent that we pay on earth. I believe Muhammad Ali said that. And that is so well be said. So with that being said, I'd like to have our minister, Alicia Moses Armstrong, to join us. Thank you. This is Dr. Willis Eubanks, and I am proud Vice Chancellor of Global Open Day Seminary University and also CEO of Global Alliance Technical Services, where we help get your financial house in order, as well as we teach IT certification. Thank you.
A legacy that we can leave our children is a legacy of faith and power of the awesome and mighty God. We must teach them that God provides for all our needs according to his riches and glory. We have built up their faith. We must build up their faith by giving them testimonies about God providing for our needs. Yesterday, as I was leaving my house, there was a long line of cars waiting to receive food from a church down the street, Ebenezer AME Zion Church. I was sad to see so many people in need, but glad to be reminded that God provided the resources that they need. And he always comes through. He never leaves or forsakes his children. They are precious in his sight. So if we see our children who God is and what he does, and let them, and also leave a legacy of faith over our fears, and let them know that whatever our children go through, if it's negative, that they will always win, because God always works everything out for the good of them who love the Lord and are called according to their purpose. And if they keep walking, they will have victory if they keep their hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. I am Minister Alicia Moses Armstrong, Chaplain of Global Open Day Seminary and University, founder and CEO of Agape Love Treasures and Gifts. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chancellor. Again, wanted to go ahead and to, praise our top 20 outstanding global workers of God. We had 20 people, so we had decided we were going to do a top 12, and then when we had so many people, we extended it to a top 20. And these are the top 20 people. We have our Dean Imam Dr. Talib Shiji, President of the Mosque Mahid Mohammed. We have Assistant Dr. Edna Harvin Bass Chaplain. We have Assistant Dean Dr. Grace E. Young. We have Dean Dr. Morris Red. We have Director His Excellency Dakar Eubanks. We have Vice Provost Her Excellency Dr. Renee Allen. We have Princess Sudan Eubanks. We have Reverend Desnet Dr. Lalitha Davis Chaplain. We have Vice Chancellor His Excellency Dr. Willis Banks. We have Dean His Excellency Reverend Dr. Joseph Hitchman. We have Minister Alicia Armstrong. We have Assistant Dean Dr. Leo Pickett. We have Dean Reverend Dr. Adam Assistant Chaplain. We have me, Dr. Patricia McDougall. We have Dr. Alicia Eubanks. She's Director of Hope's Home, a veterans facility. We have Assistant Dean Reverend Dr. Vicky Stokes, Chaplain. We have Dr. Chris Chaplain. We have Dean His Excellency Dr. George C. Frazier. We have Director Her Excellency Kyrie Eubanks, and we have myself. So this time we had 30 people who now gave 20 minutes for 2020, and out of that, those are the top 20. So we'll kind of stick to the top 20 because so many people who are helping. So God bless you all again and again, and I want to say to everyone that when the Bible talks about inheritance, it talks about wealth, it talks about sharing wisdom, it talks about spirituality, it talks about giving back in the community, it talks about good works, it talks about all of that. All of that is included. But us as people of color many times try to downplay, negate when the Bible talks about wealth and money because of the brainwashing that we receive, so that our colonizers or slave masters, they have the wealth and we only end up with the wisdom and the sayings. We can have both. We just have to make sure that our eyes are on the sparrow and understand that any funds that we have is to ensure that we build God's kingdom. Money is not a bad thing, people. It is not a bad thing. It's what you use it for. It's a tool. What do you use it for? So God bless you all. I had a wonderful week with you all. Look forward to next week as well. And have a fantastic, healthy, safe, prosperous day. And wash your hands. God bless you. Bye.